sure is dark in here. I hate how lonely I feel. I wish I could break free, but how? Wait, is that me? Why do I look like a robot? I'm a human. I eat calzones and listen to satellite radio on planet Earth. Something is very, very wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Something is very, very wrong. I should take that glowing weapon the assassin dropped. I need to escape this robot danger zone. I need my freedom. This turbo fist contains the assassin's power. And now I have it. What's a loop runner? What's a crash loop? I don't know. All I know is this. If I want my freedom, I must defeat the captain in the Hyperdome. So that's what I'm going to. Until I defeat the captain and earn my freedom, I will take a vow of silence. What is this place? What's a KO? Who is Root Chris? I have a lot to learn. I think I understand. Crash loop is a kind of sport, and I'm a loop runner, an athlete. Maybe I'll learn more about KOs and Root Chris's when I play Crash Loop. I had a great debut. I'm on my way to defeating the captain and gaining my freedom. I lost the run, but that's okay. I'll keep trying. I only have to defeat the captain once to gain my freedom. So in Crash Loop, whoever I duel in the first round is important in the loading room. I should think about who I want to KO. It sounds like Root Chris was a very special loop runner, and I replaced him. Guess I have a lot to live up to in the loading room. If I want to defeat the captain and be free, I'll have to unlock those rogue loop runners first. It seems like MX2 is benefiting from Overclock's help. After this run, I should start making alliances by choosing my KOs carefully. There's more to this game than the Crash Loop. It's being played in the loading room, too. I should try combining turbo fists. I bet my attacks would be very powerful. I'm cool? How cool? At this rate, I may not be MX2's favorite fan much longer. I guess MX2 is no fan of me right now. Maybe if I stop KOing MX2, they'll cool down. There's only one way to prove it. Stop KOing them. I showed her I've got what it takes. Will Overclock still want to be my coach if I KO her again? If I KO her again, I think she'll really let me have it. If I stop KOing her, maybe she'll uncut me. If I don't KO her, maybe she'll coach me again. And just like that, she's gone. Warning taken. My potential friendship with Kata is in jeopardy. Do I want to lose Kata as a friend? If I ever want Kata to speak to me again, I should probably stop KOing her. It sounds like Kata and I can be friends again. If I stop KOing her. I think that means he likes me. If I KO him again, Night Mode may think I'm a villain. I don't like the sound of that. I'm a villain to Night Mode now. If I stop KOing him, maybe he would think differently. He thinks I'm a hero again. I think. I may need to keep proving my loyalty to him. I think the line has just been drawn. If I try to KO him again, will that make me an Echobot? If I want to win back Cyclord, I'd better not KO him again. Maybe all is not lost with Cyclord. She could be a powerful ally, and I won't be her assistant. Oh dear. Maybe she'd change her mind if I stopped KOing her. But will it work? Can I be her assistant again? Does that mean we're cool? I don't like the sound of that. She sounds serious. That can't be good. If I stop KOing her, maybe she'll cool off. She seems to want to kill me less. What a relief. Phantoma has a great plan. But who are my allies in the loading room? I'll put an end to his reign of terror. I'm strong, I'm smart, and unlike him, I have allies. Oh no. Will anyone be willing to help me if there's a chance they'll be deleted? I earned that sword. Time to pick it up and be free. Let's go. After what I've been through, I have a lot to say. This is it. Time to break my vow of silence. Oops, sorry. Hold on, Captain Blink. Don't worry, I ended the interview. My apologies, Captain Blink. When you first arrived in the loading room, I said you were taking a vow of silence. But in reality, Numastar hadn't given you a voice chip yet. I thought she would have by now. How odd. Hello, I'm Node, the captain's assistant. You'll come here after your victories in the Hyperdome. Do you recognize my voice? I've been your inner monologue, guiding you to victory. Numastar thought you would benefit from my help. Remember when you died in the Degosser? That should have been it for you. But Numastar decided to respawn you. Not because you were special or unique. She respawned you because she believed if she didn't give up on you, you wouldn't give up on her world. Numastar believes you have a fighter's spirit, like the former captain. Unfortunately, also like the former captain, you have isolated yourself from all your fellow loop runners. That's how the former captain went insane. She worries the same thing will happen again, Captain Blink. Should she be worried? It pleases Numastar that you defeated the former captain. Unlike him, you did not isolate yourself from your fellow loop runners. You took the time to listen to them, connect with them, and earn their trust. Just like Root Chris used to do. Numastar was hoping one of her loop runners would eventually defeat the captain. Instead, it was a collective of loop runners working together who did it, led by you. It pleases Numastar to see her creations playing together. I bet you have more questions about your life and our world. Next time you're here, invite a friend. They can ask any question they like. Since you were the first to defeat the captain, Numastar grants this privilege to you and only you. That's all for now. Behind this door is the loading room. Numastar hopes you enjoy the new loop you helped create. Hello? Is this on? Yes, hello? This is Node speaking with a short announcement from the, Numastar. There will be 3 major changes to Crash Loop starting next run. Here they are. 1. The current captain will start in the loading room with the other loop runners. 2. The current captain will no longer have the power of deletion. Instead, their face will appear on a special sign in the loading room. Numastar cannot bring back Root Chris. Nothing can. But 3. As punishment for his deletions, the former captain will be piloted by Numastar in the Hyperdome. Whoever wins the run will go to the Hyperdome. To become or remain captain, they must defeat the former captain. If no one beats the former captain, the title is vacated and no one is captain. That's all from me. So, bye. Welcome to your chambers, Captain Blink. Another terrific Hyperdome victory, Captain Blink. I was on the edge of my seat, Captain Blink. Terrific win. Well done, Blink. You are my favorite captain. Keep that between us, okay? Oh, it's always a pleasure to see you here, Captain Blink. Who would you like to bring here to ask Numastar a question? Good choice. Every loop runner has already asked Numastar a question. But you are free to enjoy the ambiance for as long as you like. Hello, MX2. Welcome to the Captain's Chambers. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. Go for it. Numastar estimates your total number of fans to be between 6 and 0. Your relative hotness is not in question, MX2. The captain believed Blastdown had an audience of millions of fans across the galaxy, but due to Numastar's broken comms tower and the harsh atmosphere of planet Severin, the actual number of viewers is probably more like 6? Maybe 7 on a clear day? That said, the runs are being recorded. If we can ever escape the planet, you might become a star in syndication. Well, yes. Please don't slice the messenger. Hello, Overclock. These are the Captain's Chambers. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. Anything you like. Numastar believes with 97% accuracy that this is what he would say. To the loading room. Root Chris would say even though a run has only one winner, we're all on the same team. To you, Overclock, Root Chris would say that while you can slow down time, you can't go back in time. So think about how you want your future to be better than your past. To Blink, Root Chris would ask a favor. Watch over his loading room. Some loop runners just want to feel special. Others just want to be heard. He would say loop runners are powerful machines, broken in unique ways. He would ask you to respect their brokenness, and in time, see the beauty in it. Hello, Kata. You're in the captain's chambers. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. Anything at all. Root Chris was a technopath. He could read the minds of technological life forms, including Numastar itself. One day, he learned a surprising truth from Numastar's mind that affected Loop Runner and Captain alike. Out of obligation, Root Chris told the former captain. Out of rage, the former captain deleted him. As you and the other Loop Runners suspected, it had nothing to do with his chaos. That is a second question, and you only get one. My apologies. Hello, Night Mode. These are the captain's chambers. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. The former captain was not a variant. He was a human, born on a planet called Earth in 2091. As a human, he went by the name Todd Finkel. Todd Finkel was abducted by the Empire, who harvested his mind. He was forced to become an arena combat drone on the planet Levox, until he hijacked Numastar. In an attempt to evade Imperial forces, Todd Finkel put Numastar into Megawarp, but ended up crashing the ship. Numastar created Crash Loop to keep Todd Finkel's human mind occupied, so he wouldn't go insane from isolation. Hello, Cyclord. These are the captain's chambers. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. Any question at all. Numastar says you can't. My apologies. There was no game-breaking bug. The former captain gave himself too many clones. That's why he always won. The system was rigged against you, but there was no hidden conspiracy. It was all out in the open. No. Why would Numastar create a game-breaking bug? Numastar does not care for this conversation. Hello, Phantoma. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. Those images are from a planet of organic life forms thousands of light years away. One of these species, called humans, were abducted by the Empire for mind harvesting. Numastar creates synthesized human memories based on the original harvested ones, and loads Loop Runner processors with them. These memories form a personality, which encourages Loop Runners to act competitively and spontaneously. Personalities make Loop Runners far more entertaining than the Defendroids, who can be very samey. When Blink was first created, Numastar gave them memories of an Earth human to better motivate them. You were not born a human, Blink. My apologies. Numastar thanks you for your question. Here is... Oh, I suppose that's true. I jumped the GUI, didn't I? I really shouldn't. Well, if I must... The passcode is Spidertron 5000, all caps, and the O is a 0. And Numastar just changed her password. It had been a while since she last changed it. Hello, Flame War. These are the captain's chambers. Captain Blink has chosen you to ask a question of Numastar. Numastar says you can leave anytime you like. But I should warn you... And there she goes. Well, I'll tell you, Blink. Numastar says the atmosphere on this planet, Severin, is extremely harsh to variants. If you leave Numastar's energy shield, you will be destroyed by one of the following: chassis-breaking windstorms, circuit-melting heat waves, rust-inducing sulfur dioxide. Unfortunately, we're all stuck here until we're rescued. Flame War's clone will die soon. She will respawn in the loading room. Numastar thanks you for your question. Here's the door to the loading room. Stay for as long as you like. Oh, hello, Blink. I think we just added 2, maybe 3 more viewers. Is it silly to keep Crash Loop going? It was all just a distraction for the captain's fragile human mind, until it drove him crazy. But Numastar wants to keep Crash Loop going. She hasn't told me why exactly. When things are at their worst, I suppose we all can use a bit of distraction from the world. As long as we don't lose sight of each other's pain. As long as we don't lose sight of each other's pain. Also, fighting robots with swords is the coolest. That's an objective fact. Also, fighting robots with swords is the coolest. That is an objective fact. You all put on an amazing show. Speaking of which...
Blue Brothers, enter your pods!
Good luck, Blink.